Okay, a couple of the guys suggest I peruse through our 2X chromosomes just to display how much misandry is on that Reddit. They said, okay, we'll take a look. Okay. I promise nothing, right? But anyway, this is an important one here. People pleasing danger. In my 28 years on this earth, I've been incredibly lucky to have never been sexually harassed or raped. Are you incredibly lucky, or is that really just a standard? You're admitting that it's full of shit, right? Yet, but I find that my people-pleasing tendencies make me ignore my gut feeling, and I often find myself in potentially dangerous situations. Her her situations never turn out to be dangerous, though, in the end. And that's why her gut feeling is that she's all right. Now, look, give a few examples. I stayed in a very abusive relationship with another woman who I'm still friends with to this day. So this woman was abusive to you, and yet you're friends with her. Why can't you just admit she and you didn't get along and you broke up? And how is that dangerous? Huh? I helped a group of 6 men find a dentist's office at 3 p.m. in a random neighborhood. Nothing happened to you. There were 6 whole men. They outnumber you 6 to 1. Nothing happened. Right. Gave money to a stranger in an empty parking lot. He gave me a BS story, and I knew I was getting scammed, but I still gave him the money anyway. So the potential danger here is fools like you and your money is soon parted. But again, this guy didn't harm you, did you? I hopped into a random man's car who got lost in my town and needed to get someplace. All right, that was your choice, right? In my defense, this random gentleman happened to be disabled. I couldn't walk for longer periods of time and didn't look very capable. Okay. Okay, but it turned out he never even tried anything on you. So it doesn't matter if he was capable or not. I bought cigarettes for a random stranger in an empty parking lot and chatted with him. So the first one's with a female, all the rest with men, and nothing bad happened. So your personal experiences runs against all the demonizing, lying propaganda that has been given to men since the forever, right? I really don't know how to stop. You don't need to stop because your experience is telling us men aren't dangerous. That's why. And some guy, I believe, called him out. Let's see. There's Purple Demon as the OP. And Fit Shelter. You're proof that women are not in danger 99.9% of the time around strange men. Thank you. Now, I believe that's one of the guys from my Discord. And he's calling her out. Of course, he got downvoted to shit, right? I completely disagree. Obligatory, not all men premise. Yet, lady, you had multiple men that have nothing to do with one another and no connection to you, no connection to one another. So your experience proves what you're saying the complete opposite. But anyway, my experience is just anecdotal evidence. Well, it's strange because women's anecdotal, I hate that word, evidence is positive proof when they want to demonize men. But when it rescues us from the propaganda, now it doesn't count, right? And of course, one was deleted, right? Because they booted him out, by the way. Fit Shelter, they banned him. They banned him for calling out this woman for what she is, right? Now here's another one this is where the misandry is, right? Good allyship news. Notice men who pander to women are just allies. We're not people or friends or anything like that. We're members of the other team that actually, supported their bullshit. I posted before about a man in my very small sport community has harassed me for years. Each time it's upsetting, annoying as fuck. but so subtle, it's subtle, guys, that I look like a fool if I called it out. So he isn't harassing her then. She's lying. She doesn't like this guy. Women don't like guys. This guy, she doesn't like. So she wants to get rid of him. What it is, she went to one of these simps here who helped her out, right? For this and other reasons, I think he's a predator. You see, he's not even a misogynist. That's passe. It's not demonizing enough words, so he's a predator. But he's not coming on to her or anything like that. There are countless examples suggesting he knows exactly what he's doing. For instance, waiting and watching for a moment when I'm done, when I'm alone, to swoop in beside me, make a deliberately weird or cocky comment. Cocky comment. He's not coming on to her, just a cocky comment. Then smirking and rushing away. So he's teasing her. He might be interested in her, yeah, but he's not really even coming on to her. So that's his crime. She hates this guy. She wants him gone. I have almost left the sport community twice. Oh, if only. That would be such a better community without you. I have told him to fuck off several times, but have not reported him as it's an informal group. No one event is gross enough to make it clear to others. In other words, you're full of shit then. He isn't doing anything. And I know how easily the narrative can change into she and him have some drama, right? No, we don't. I stay away from him, far from him in person, online as humanly possible. I'm a victim of unwanted, unrelenting harassment. So his idea of harassing you is giving a cocky comment. So she'll find some simp, right? Short story long. Yep, that's the way it usually is. Last week he screwed up and did the swoop in and make a gross comment. Knows we don't get any particulars of what is a gross comment, right? All right. In front of two other women. So now she's got women to back her, right? They were confused by it. See, they didn't find it bad. They were just confused. But when they saw the look on my face, they insisted knowing what was going on. So, see, a fellow woman is annoyed with one of these loser men, these subhuman men what we were disgusted with, right? So now it doesn't matter what the issue is, we're going to help her get him. One took me to coffee, listened and believed me, offered validation and support. Yep, women support other women to bash men. That's true. She was furious the next day and it got called. She had to hear it from her. If it was so bad, these women would know from the start, right? Right. But she has to listen to her story, how this subhuman, interacted with her when she hates his guts, right? Then she found some sense. He listened to me and he believed me and talked to other women about their awful experiences with this guy. You just got through saying that he only did this to you and the other ones were all confused. And now there's other women that have these bad experiences? Right. What a scumfuck, right? But these male spaces get what they deserve, guys. They let these scumfucks come in and ruin their community. These losers, these male simps here, you know, to them, a great community would have a bunch of women who hate their guts, no men around. Okay. Now, we'll skim through and see if there's any other interesting ones we should take a look at. Yeah, look at this one. Men telling themselves constantly with the trans and LGBT fear mongering. The trans and gay panic is such an obvious red flag for so many straight cis men. Shut up. Because the people who end up calling men gay when they don't fulfill their gender roles ends up being straight women, cis women. So don't even bother going there. Now, this is a funny one. Getting a vibrator through TSA, right? I read all the posts. They've seen it all. They've seen plenty of vibrators go through screening. They don't care. And yet still I was pulled aside for additional screening by a young female TSA agent who was reasonably judgy. Right. what's going on here is that it's the women. That's why I'm pointing this out. Women are the ones who call other women sluts, right? This woman is judging her, saying, "Hey, you are suggesting to by with this vibrator by rubbing one out that you're actually attracted to men. That pisses me off." You got to understand where these people are coming from. It depresses me that most of the men I know are going to vote for a rapist. That's just more Trump bashing. No, Trump is neither here, but everything is a rapist, you know. Now, here's this one. I heard a conversation today that had me fuming. It took me everything to bite my tongue, right? I'm visiting New York City currently and stopped by a convenience store shop to pick up a couple of drinks. While I was waiting in line, two men, 50s, 60s, were having a fairly loud conversation about abortion. The sheer confidence of their tone while dropping comments like, well, if the mother is truly at risk, then it's okay. But let's be real, that's probably less than 1% of the case. Yeah, they're telling the truth. Because we all know that women have abortions because they don't want to bother with the child for the vast, vast majority, right? So she was embarrassed. I hope you bit your tongue. I hope you knew to keep your damn mouth shut. Because those guys were having their own private conversation. It has nothing to do with you, right? Now, this is a funny one. Living with the wrong man makes you ugly. This is what actually happens. She let herself go, right? And she's blaming the man because she's too lazy to keep herself in shape. Now, look at this. I looked through my photos and I was shocked at what I found. I'm living with my soon ex of 5 years. See what I'm talking, guys? Like girls get together with guys knowing that it's temporary. You know, if you get to the 5 year mark, you've done good, right? The relationship progressed into him being completely selfish and putting more and more onto me. Really, like what? Okay. No details ever. When I found a prior photo of me prior to the relationship, I was shocked. Considerably thinner and fitter. So you let yourself go, asshole. He didn't force you to be a fatso. I loved makeup and doing my hair. Lady, if you look ugly without makeup, then you're just ugly. Right? So, like I said, I won't go any further in this horseshit. What it is, this woman let herself go because this is what the girls do. They they make themselves attracted to attract some servant male. Once they got them, they don't want to work anymore. They say, "No, you're bounded to me. I don't need to make myself look good for you." And then they blame the guy. Screw you. Screw you. Now, Steven Van Velt, the Dutch beach volleyball player convicted of rape, eliminated from Olympics. That I heard of that recently. That is awful. What happened was this guy did do what they say. He did have sex with an underage person. He was put in jail for 4 years. So he was punished. He was punished. There's no reason for him not to join the Olympics. Life goes on. Once the whole point of giving you 4 years is that when the 4 years are up, you get to rejoin society. So you can see if a man commits any kind of crime, people want him punished forever. If you want that, fight to have him put in jail for life. But no, this man deserves to be in the Olympics. Everyone deserves their second chance, right? So this is man hatred right here. How do people have multiple children? Being pregnant is hard. Being pregnant with a toddler is kicking my ass. I feel it for you, lady. However, it's either that or get a real job. You chose the child route. And frankly, too bad. My mother had 9 of us. Yeah, it was brutal on her, but you've got 2. Get over it, right? And the fact is, as they get older, the easier it gets for you. Now, eventually, when they go to school, you get the whole day to yourself. So cry me a fucking river, right? There's that. Let me skim through a little further. By the way, guys, for a women's Reddit, this kind of positive post is very, very rare. There's one where Katie Ledecky actually succeeded, won a bunch of medals. This is very rare. Most of them, it's about dating and men suck. Has anyone else decided to stop dating? Do they all acts because men just destroy your peace? In other words, the man wants some reciprocation from you. That's all that is. Uh, let's see what else. Just found out he virtually cheated on his pregnant girlfriend at the time with me. I am speechless. Just wanted to vent. He cheated on his girlfriend virtually. Did you have some virtual sex? So what it is, you're friending with this guy and he's already taken, so you're pissed. Cry me a river. I hate myself for leaving him. No, you don't. You're here looking for some kind of validation to your shitty behavior. Not even going to look at that. How do I come to terms with being dependent on my husband? Well, you get a job, right? If the job's not good enough, you get yourself educated and then you get a job, right? This is a very strange one. It's like you selected this guy. This woman doesn't have any education. He has shitty jobs. She got married to some guy who took her to, a passport bro who took her to his country. And now she's dependent on him, do exactly what she wanted. And she's coming here to bitch about it? Fuck you. No, this is an annoying one. Uh, do you ever feel, well, she says free, but she means feel like we've been brainwashed not to be traumatized by childbirth, right? She's saying this might sound like a conspiracy theory, but I recently saw a video of a woman who was screaming. She was giving birth. She was going to give birth, and people, i.e., men and women, yeah, that's who people are, were making jokes in the comments. Lady, giving birth, having pain, giving birth is unavoidable, but it is avoidable because you don't have to have children, right? It's a choice. Children have, you know what you're getting into. You make your choice as an adult, you know what's coming, and you go suffer through it. People make jokes, i.e., men and women, on the expense of little helpless boys who get circumcised, to get butchered. And those boys they don't have to go through that. It's not necessary surgery. And it's done for harmful reasons. And they don't have a choice on the matter. Yeah, people joke about that. Here they can joke because there's nothing they can do about it. It's like joking about death, right? It's out of our hands. Only with you, it isn't out of your hands. You can decide never to have children if you don't want to go through the pain of pregnancy, right? So I don't care about that. This is a nasty one. I am so tired of seeing fake. I found out my kid isn't actually my bio kid and want to leave my wife post. You're so tired of men finding out that women cheat on them on the regular and they're going to leave, right? There's no way that every single week a guy is discovering his child isn't his biological child. Well, you're wrong. It just shines a bad light on your gender. Just shows you how much women cheat on men on the regular. You can get pissy and try and deny reality, but I'm glad it's happening, right? A guy I'm training work with at work gives me misogynistic vibes. Okay. Let's see. Let me preface by saying I have never met a guy in my 20 plus years of life that I felt this way about. Well, I don't believe it. I've seen them on the internet, but not in the wild. Also work in a woman-dominated clinic. All right, so there's actually one guy who made it, right? I've been training for this guy with I've been training this guy for more than a month now. I feel he should be able to handle things for himself at this point, despite some questions here and there, but he hasn't done that even half a day by himself. Okay, you just don't like this guy. Okay, I'm not reading any more of this. If you had your way, your workforce would be 100% women, right? Let's see, we'll look through here. Am I ridiculous? Yes. I'm 27-year-old female and seen this man 40. That's all you need to know. You know, this is so standard. Women go for older men who built up wealth. And yet these women will bash guys, older men, for dating younger women as if they had a choice. Legitimate abortion pill websites. I guess it's handy to have for women to have that, but why not just take your contraceptive pills? You don't need it, right? Am I exaggerating for being mad at my boyfriend looking through my phone and reading text? Yeah, that's my job. I'm the woman in this relationship. I'm supposed to look through your text. Having kids does a big number on your body. That's true. Okay. You could pass for a high schooler. I get that. I get told I look so young all the time. Life must be a bitch. You're young and pretty still. Oh no. Let's see what else. Oh, why can't men be upfront with their feelings? You should be slapped for that. You should be slapped for saying that. For one thing, there's no one who's more, hiding their feelings than women. The other thing is when men do show their feelings, they get slammed by women too. So that's why they can't, right? Look at this one. Finding cheap birth control is becoming harder for many states with abortion bans. Okay. Cheap. Okay. I don't know what it cost, of course. Hmm. Let's look. Let's see. Unwanted attention on the airplane. Oh no, a guy came on to you. Let's see. Okay, this is a nasty one. Still shaking. Texted with Uber safety agent. Should I report this driver? So here it is. This scumbag took a trip with this male driver, of course, and she, of course, felt the same comfort level as white women do with black men in an elevator. That's what it is. I'm with this black guy, and I can't stand him. I'm doing the comparison, right? Because he wanted to report this guy. What did he do? Let's see. Let's see. I was in an Uber leaving the city. We were about to enter a tunnel and leave the city. He said he's really sorry, but something's wrong with his tire, the pressure, and he thinks it's unsafe. It doesn't want to risk going the highway without getting it fixed. Okay. I asked him what that meant. Hey, what does it mean to fix a tire? I don't know what that means. Like, does that mean he has to cancel the ride? And he said, no, he just has to fix it first, and he should just be pretty quick. It's also dark and raining out. Yeah. Like the biblical rain and crazy traffic outside. I say, okay, because I don't really know what else to do. Right. Well, you could walk away in the rain. I do feel a little on edge, being in the elevator with this black guy. It doesn't feel right, but I'm not sure what to do. So I start frantically looking through the safety features. Wow. Guy gives it, but I also feel stupid. Maybe like my instincts are wrong. Well, according to the first one I read, your instincts are wrong. Well, they're evil, is what they are, right? Now, it turns out This guy just let her off, and I won't read all of this. She just panicked and told him to stop, and he did, and he let her out. That's it. And yet didn't stop her from getting together with this female safety agent. Remember, guys, this is just another version of HR. HR is there to get men fired at a woman's word. And that's what this safety agent is. This guy, what it was, he didn't want to lose his, whatever amount of money he was going to get for the ride. So he just wanted her to stay in, and he'd try and fix the tire and get going to the destination. Of course, she sees that as a threat, right? Should I report him? I was seriously freaked out and feel unsafe. Translation: should I report this guy because I felt disgusted being near this black man in the elevator? Just remember, that's the proper way to see what's going on here. See if there's anything else. Texting, please. I'll be right there. I'll just skim ahead. See, I don't think I should become a mother. Agreed. Let's see what else we got here. I just got called heartless for leaving my ex that never got a job. Yeah, you've been called out. Okay. Right. Okay. First of all, you're with him because you love him. Right. Secondly, he can just become the house husband. Women are doing it even now. They're leeching off men and being housewives. Just make him your house husband. Problem solved. That's it. That's one we read earlier. Let's see. How do I ask a man if he likes me without embarrassing myself? Don't care. Let's see. Look at this one. Tired of my boyfriend constantly sexualizing me. Yeah, it's funny how a boyfriend is turned on by you sexually, right? That's not what boyfriends are for, everyone. I, 26-year-old female, have been with my boyfriend, 28, for over a year now. One thing that about him that bugs the absolute shit out of me is he's constantly sexualizing me. He's turned on by you, dipshit. Every day he's spanking me when I bend down, feeling me up any chance he gets, and talks sexually. Yeah, he's trying to get himself some. He's so vulgar sometimes. It actually grosses me out. Yeah, you're not turned on by him. You didn't get together with him for sex. You got him for him to work for you. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. No, we're not getting you wrong. Okay. I can be sexual sometimes too, but this is just too much. Well, it's too much for you. It makes me miss my ex, who would always ask before touch me in that way. Oh man. If he's so great, how come he's your ex, asshole? Right? Always made me feel loved. Yeah. So this boyfriend who's turned on you, that doesn't make you feel loved, right? Man, there's some real mystery, misandry, right? Okay, now there's a scumbag right here. Rant, conservative trainer at gym is making me uncomfortable. Yeah? And you want to get rid of him, you can't. By the way, is he conservative? Or is it just an insult? It's like the insult, right? Conservative is what women say when the man doesn't bow to everything they do. Like a liberal man knows his place, what they're saying. Now he says, I work out in a small studio where personal trainers train their clients. Okay, she's probably high end, you know. There's a male trainer who works the same hours as my trainer. This guy doesn't really have anything to do with this woman, by the way. Well, he seems to be generally liked by all. No, he is generally liked by all. My opinion of him is that he's a short guy with an inferiority complex. See, women hate those short guys, right? And a big bro frat guy energy. So he's boisterous and he's happy and content, and that pisses her off. He's one of those attention-seeking guys who starts bursting out in a song as he walks by. He learns to insert himself into conversations, so he's gregarious, right? Hey, all you guys who say, you've heard the guru say, put yourself out there, bro. Just put yourself out there. Join conversations. This is what happens when men join conversations. Women get pissed off, right? Once he just started a conversation with me in Spanish. Okay. Now this is an oxymoron. As a introverted feminist empath, if ever there was an oxymoron. Okay, so you're a scumfuck. Okay. I find his behaviors and comments unsavory. Well, yeah, like what? Say these people, they're never particular. That way you can never judge. The more words that I hear coming from his mouth, the more comfortable I am in his presence. Yeah. Nothing pisses off slavers more than a free man who's full of joy. I actually dread coming into the studio sometimes, then leave. The studio will be a better place off without you. The latest issue being his opinions on sexuality of Algerian boxer Amini Khalif, right? So that makes him supposedly a conservative, right? Now, all I got to say is I don't need to go any further than this. This woman's a scumfuck. She's of course she's a feminist, so she's a hate monger. She's part of a hate movement, and she gets pissed off at some guy being free and full of joy. He's not bothering her. He's minding his own business. Might break into a conversation. So what? So yeah, there's I'm telling you, it is true. This does have a lot of misandry in it. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Is it normal to be excited over an abortion? Yes, it is. Women get excited about the exercise and power over life and death. That's what the average abortion is to a woman. It's not some necessary for them. They get to say, I'm in charge over life and death. This person, and I decide whether they live or die. That's what it is. What's going on. So it makes perfect sense that you get excited over that. Now, is there anything else? Well, here's another. My boyfriend told me that he's going to give me a deadline to decide whether I'm going to have kids with him or not. Well, that's good for him. It's good for him to set boundaries. And he's being honest with you. Now, can you be honest with him, right? And say, no, you don't want them. And let the chips fall, right? So, in other words, I mean, why can't you be honest with him? Right? What was that one up there? He said, how come men can never be honest with women? Well, here's this woman not being honest with this guy. Let's see. Pause this for a minute. Here's the one. Being the other woman sucks, and seeing the new girl get everything and thriving relationship is even more devastating. Find a man who's single, then, asshole. There's thousands of them out there, right? So he's jealous. Don't give a shit. And I think that's about all I need to cover. I think we've done enough of this. He said, okay, guys, I've looked through this toxic Reddit, 2XChromosomes, and it's everything we expect it to be. Okay. So we'll end it here. Give me anything you need to give me your opinions in the comment section. All right. Enough.